Hello and welcome every first episode of the VDGaming podcast. That's VD standing for Veteran Degenerates. None of us have syphilis last time I checked. I'm going to be one of your mini hosts, Noah Kennedy, aka Stocky Like a Hawk. Along with me is Wes Gibson and Tyler Norville. Wes, introduce yourself, buddy.
What's going on? Like I said, Wes Gibson, gamer tag, Joker Mr. J. So a lot of people don't get that reference, so you might want to read a comic book.
Scrub.
You, Ty?
What's up? I'm Ty, Ty the Destroyer. Everyone just calls me Ty because I'm the shit. So what's up?
Anyway, so what we kind of want to do with this podcast, being episode 1 and everything, is a group of us guys decided, look, we play lots of games, we got nothing else to do, we might as well make a podcast. Maybe it takes off, we can actually turn this thing into something. Sure. Hell, we might even monetize this thing sometime on the long down the road. Myself being an Army vet, we got Wes, who's Chair Force, and Ty, who's Marine. Hey, fly the friendly rolly chairs, my friend.
Just remember, the Air Force, all we have to do is push a button, and I can fuck the entire world up.
Yeah.
One button, that's all it takes.
We're not going to get into that this week.
Yeah, let's not go there right now. Come on now.
Maybe a couple episodes in. Okay. So anyway, this is going to be a gaming podcast, obviously. It's called VDGaming. So we're going to go ahead and get started off with those sexy new Xbox One console price drops. So,
you guys see what it's supposed to be dropping to? It's what? They're what, 350 right now?
Yeah, it's 350 right now. It's supposed to drop down to $3 or $299 is what they're saying the price is, but I think my question is are they pulling a play like they did with 360, where they said the price was going to drop temporarily, and then, you know, as Noah stated earlier, after E3 they're like, oh no, that's the permanent price? Or is it the fact that is there something else going on, like they're having trouble competing with PlayStation at the moment, so they're lowering their price to see what happens?
You know, I think it's both. They're obviously behind in sales with Sony. I mean, last generation we saw it, Xbox was king of the hill and nothing got near it. This generation, things are obviously much different. So I think that, I mean, now they're the same price, but this price drop happens, all of a sudden Xbox is cheaper. I mean, now Phil Spencer can stand up on top of the E3 stage and say, look, man, every single one of the top 10 best-selling games you can play on Xbox, and you can play it cheaper on Xbox than you can play on PlayStation 4.
Well, you also got to think that a lot of the big games lately, their extras have been going to PlayStation first or with better stuff than it has for Xbox.
Yeah, I think losing that Call of Duty console exclusive rundown may have hurt them a little bit, just in console sales. I mean, as much as I hate to even utter the words, Call of Duty's king when it comes to shooters. I mean, you obviously don't have to have any skill to be able to play Call of Duty at a competitive level, but that's besides the point. I really think that hurt them.
I would say that.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go into that and you think that hurt them, then you'd have to look at, you know, Bungie now did all their exclusives with PlayStation for Destiny. Yeah. So maybe that did hurt them, losing some of their, I guess, their reprieve with these other companies, and they took their exclusives from Xbox to PlayStation. Maybe that did hurt them, but I don't think that hurt them that bad in the long run. I think it's a play, because if you look into it, they're making a new Xbox.
Yeah.
They're upgrading it with the new what are they calling it? Scorpio system from what they have now, which only runs on it does like 1.32 teraflops, and PlayStation does 1.6. But PlayStation's already now said they're upping theirs to 4. But Microsoft is claiming that this new Scorpio system that they're putting in the new slim Xboxes is going to up the Xbox to 6. So is it a play to try and get people to buy it up really quick? Or is it actually they said, oh, hey, we can make the Xbox One better and still sell it cheaper and sell more than what the PlayStation can.
Well, I think obviously they have to do that. I mean, because they've got to clear out warehouse space for this new line of consoles. Because as sites like Polygon and Kotaku have recorded, we're getting 2 new Xbox One models. We're going to get the Slim model this year, and then, as Ty said, the Scorpio next year. I mean, you got to clear out warehouse space for that, and then you have to think that obviously trade-in value towards a new system has something to do with this. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, as a guy who owns a Xbox One, a PlayStation 4, a Wii U, a DS, I'm not really too keen on going and spending another $500 on a new, quote-unquote, more powerful console. So it's, hey, take your Xbox One that you currently have, trade it in at GameStop, get so-and-so dollars for it. It doesn't hurt as bad. It kind of eases you into it, and then gets you ready for next year to do the exact same thing again. And people will eat it up.
Oh, yeah. I also got to think, announced all these price drops, a week and a half ago? E3 is next week. Or in 2 weeks, actually.
Week after, yeah.
So, I think they did the same thing when they were saying, when all those rumors were out there for the Xbox One, when they dropped the 360 price down like they did, 3 weeks later, oh, hey, look, here's the Xbox One. You get all these cool things with it. So I could imagine them doing the same thing,
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Noah. Go ahead.
Like I said, it's Microsoft obviously knows what they're doing. They obviously have something big up their sleeves. Because if you go back and you look at years past, Microsoft always outdoes themselves from year to year at E3. Last year, the biggest thing, bigger than the Division, bigger than new IPs, bigger than anything, bigger than mods are going to be available for Fallout 4 on a console, and they're only going to be available on Xbox One. The biggest thing out of that press conference was, hey, guess what? Everybody was mad that we couldn't get 360 games to run on an Xbox One. So starting today, preview program members can start to play some of those backwards compatible games on Xbox One. I mean, that was the big thing. So I really think the only thing that's going to top that is new hardware.
I lost Noah there. I didn't hear what he said.
I said new hardware is the only thing that tops backwards compatibility. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
yeah, and
what's going to get you more
that.
excited? A couple new games that look. They might look a little bit better now that devs have had time. They've got some, as we would say in the military realm, some time and grade in the platform. Or, hey, guess what? While Sony's working on just being able to update your PS4 to play 4K, hey, bada bing, bada boom, we got a whole new console lined up our sleeves. What say you?
Well, I think my biggest question is, coming out of the gate, PlayStation initially had the Xbox beat. Maybe not games-wise. Exclusives really don't matter anymore, like when it comes to console exclusives, because when you think about it, every big game that comes out anymore comes out from both the PlayStation and the Xbox. Yeah. My question is, can Xbox actually top the PlayStation in performance? Because the PlayStation's got it beat hands down. I mean, 60 frames a second. Yeah, I think it's actually 58 for the PlayStation. But can Xbox and Microsoft really carry through with what they're saying, and now update the Xbox to make it run smoother, quicker, faster, and look better than what the PlayStation 4 does?
Well, let me pull this up real quick. Where'd it go? Where's that stupid chart?
Well, I mean, you've also got to think, PlayStation has been out since, what, mid-90s?
Yeah.
when we were all kids, and
God world.
Xbox, right? The Xbox, the original big black box Xbox,
Was
with
what,
the giant
2000?
ass controllers, came out in what, 2001, 2, 3, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere in
Yeah.
there.
So you gotta think, PlayStation has at least 7 to 8 years more experience in the gaming realm than Microsoft does.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Microsoft does have access to more gaming style stuff because of the PCs.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff you buy for a gaming PC is Microsoft branded, to a point at least.
Well, here's what I'm looking about, just to answer Ty's point. As it sits currently, PlayStation 4 operates at 1.84 teraflops, with the Xbox One at 1.32. Okay, so that's basically half a teraflop difference. Okay? You don't really see a difference in graphical fidelity unless your eye is really, really trained.
Mm-hmm.
Until you get to stuff like, for instance, the three of us all spent godless amount of hours playing Halo 5. And I love Halo 5. Halo is my jam and will always be my jam until the day I die. I picked up a PS4 again recently. I got Uncharted 4. There is no better looking game that has been made or is currently on store shelves than Uncharted 4. These new numbers that they're putting out, you're talking about PlayStation's Neo at 4.14 and then the Xbox One Scorpio at 6. Can you imagine a Halo-style game in the same graphical fidelity as Uncharted 4, but, to quote Spinal Tap, turned up to 11? I mean, that alone,
Makes it sound like
just
at the same time.
Just for the technical nerds, that puts Xbox back on top of the hill.
It makes it sound like you need to buy that like brand new giant 65-inch TV to go along with the brand new systems that are coming out right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And that brings me to my other point. I guarantee you this new Scorpio runs at 4K and has a 4K Blu-ray drive in it.
Oh, I can guarantee you.
Because
the Blu-ray drive was probably the biggest thing that they could add to the one, and that was a last-second addition.
Yeah, that was because they had to.
They kept saying, no, we're thinking about it. They would go back and forth. And then I think it was like the last 2 months of production. Oh, yeah, we'll throw it in there. Yep, just toss it right on in there.
I mean, they've been playing from behind since the beginning of this new generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was Xbox says, oh, well, I believe the first big one was, well, you can't borrow your friend's game and play it on your Xbox because of DRM and all that crap. And then all of a sudden Sony comes out and says, dude, we don't care who bought the game, just throw it in the disk drive and it runs. And so then automatically Xbox on its heels goes, oh, okay, yeah, we take that back.
Well, it's because at the time that they talked about that was when Xbox was saying, all your games are going to be available from the Xbox store. That's the only way we're going to be able to play your games. There was going to be no more hard disks. And then that whole thing happened with PlayStation and everything, and they're like, oh, I guess we could do it again. Guess you can have your discs since y'all want them. So.
Well, like I said, it's going to be interesting. E3 is, I believe, at least to me personally, I have a little bit more anticipation and excitement than previous years just because of this. I'm not happy about having to go throw down money for a brand new console, but we'll see what happens.
I don't think any of us are, honestly.
Right? It sucks having to work for a living.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so we'll have to see. With that being said, do we want to jump into our E3 news, predictions,
since we keep
all
talking
that?
about E3, we might as well just jump into it.
All right. Well,
we've been skimming the edge of it. Might as well just jump face first.
Let's start off with this public E3 event here. Let's see. the ESA has announced that there is a free public, in quote, E3 live event, and I got this from Giant Bomb, but it says E3 Live, which is their free public event, will run from June 14th to 16th at the LA Live, which is just down the road from E3.
Yeah, it's just down the street.
And if you didn't get tickets about 5 minutes after they announced that, then congratulations, you're like the rest of us and not going. But I'm curious to see what they're going to do here, because there's really not information other than the companies that will be there in attendance, which is Alienware, Facebook Oculus, Frito-Lay, which means free Doritos for everybody, HTC Vive, Loot Crate, Monster Energy, Twitch, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Folks who go to the event will also be able to attend the live Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions concert. So,
woohoo!
Hey, don't knock it till you tried it, but I would totally go.
You know, that Pokemon game that they're talking about bringing out for your cell phones,
yeah.
I will be honest with you, I used 7 of my emails to sign up for the beta that they're doing for that.
For what?
And that was like a month ago when they first announced it.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, I didn't get in. Did you?
No, I didn't, and they haven't announced it. I think they have like one more week before they announce all the beta people. So I'm hoping at least one of my emails is chosen.
So what's this thing gonna be? I mean, is it gonna be E3 for the public?
No. I think it's gonna be like a hand-me-down E3. Like, oh, here's this game they just previewed at E3 that they showed a demo of. Here, we're gonna let you play it out here for a few minutes.
I don't think they're even gonna let them play it. I think they're just gonna let them watch the demo.
No, I think they'll let them play it. Because I mean, that's what happens at E3 anyways. You know, you get demos, the other interactions with other people and such. And I think that's what's going to happen is they're going to be like, oh, well, you didn't have the money to go in. Yeah, you didn't have the money to go in, but
because you didn't
made
have
the money to get here on time.
Because you didn't have what was the tickets price that we looked at the other day? Like $500?
No, like 936.
No.
900 some odd.
Yeah, if this actually takes off the way we want it to, and full disclosure, the only reason we started doing this is so that maybe enough of you people listen to us that we can get to E3 next year. But awesome. Each of us, it's $996 to go. So.
And that's not including hotel, flight, driving to it, whatever you want to call it.
So the ESA is definitely
to get in. And that was for one day.
All I have to say is that the ESA is charging people $996 to go to a trade show, then they better update those ESRB ratings logos that are on the front. I think it's just time for a facelift. Am I the only one that agrees?
I mean,
at least make them look interesting.
Right.
I mean, you're packing out Staples Center crowds in a press conference hall to watch Phil Spencer get up there and say, Battlefield 1, first on Xbox One, but all I get's a black and white logo that says you got to be 10 and older to play. Crap.
I don't know, man. I'm really interested to see how that public E3 goes, though.
I hope there's lots of video. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. Like I said,
we're gonna be able to.
That goes hand in hand.
As far as the Xbox stuff goes, we're gonna see it constantly updated on the One, whenever we turn on our Xboxes, that entire time.
Oh yeah.
But that's all we're gonna hear about, unless we're getting online and finding those places where they're gonna be showing the PlayStation, the Wii, the cross-platform. I mean, everything.
Well, I can tell you this right now. As a guy who owns his own company, last year I was working for another company when E3 rolled around, and I took a 3-hour lunch so that I could watch the Xbox press conference and the Sony press conference back to back, and then forced my wife to watch the Bethesda conference the night before. So I promise you, I will have a full rundown on everything that happens in every single one of those press conferences.
That's motivating. That's devotion to the cause right there, brother.
That's right. That is devotion to the cause. It's a passion. Some might call it an obsession, but those people just need to go away because I don't need that kind of stress in my life.
Fact.
So, do we want to move on to predictions?
Yeah. Let's get into the predictions. I'm curious to see what you guys think's gonna come of E3 this year.
All right. Well,
I mean, we already know about Call of Duty, so that's not one of them. We already know about Battlefield, so you can't say that one.
oh no.
So
Okay, time out.
That doesn't mean you can't talk about it.
Okay, here's my Battlefield prediction. Okay, my prediction is that the guys at DICE walk out on stage with a Call of Duty Infinite Warfare poster in their hand and burn that thing alive right there on the Microsoft stage and say, your time is done. It is now all these people that have been playing your games and thinking they're good since the time they were 8 and now they're 14, it is now finally time for them to move into an actual game. Rip Call.
You know, a shooter that makes sense.
Hashtag. Throw a hashtag on that thing. Look, hold on. Let me get my soundboard out. Where'd it go? Hold on. This is all I have to say.
Oh, Lord, let's get the soundboard.
Right here. Let me find it. Where'd it go? Oh, Lord. Where's my button? Finish. Hurry up. Finish. Here we go. Get wrecked, Con. Okay? Call of Duty's dead. Call of Duty has sucked for years. I mean, even though Battlefield 4 got off to the worst start possible, and I'm a Battlefield guy, you guys know that, I will take Battlefield 4 over Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2 for that matter, Ghost, or Advanced Warfare. Just get out of here with that crap. I'm so tired of just alternate universe and reality. Screw that. Give me an M1. Or, like in the new Battlefield, give me a shovel and just let me stamp somebody in the throat with it. That's what I want.
Right.
That's going to make me feel good about myself.
Hashtag real talk. I don't know if it's the veteran in me or what.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Right. I'm going to see that, and I'm going to freak out more than when I was streaming on Twitch playing Doom for the first time and picked up a chainsaw and thought, oh, God, this is the end. I can die a happy man.
See, and
just
I feel
run up to Doom.
I can't help but agree, man. Like, Call of Duty's just beat this future warfare in the head over and over and over and over. And it's the same thing. All their games are the same thing. And Ghost, I know a lot of people like Call of Duty Ghost. To me, that game was just, it was like we don't know what we're going to do, so here's a game that doesn't even match any storyline that we've ever done, doesn't coincide with anything. We're just going to say America got bombed and this is what happened.
Yeah. I think that's
what I felt like that was. That didn't even feel like a whole game to me because I played it and beat the story in like 4 hours. It didn't even feel like a whole game.
All I remember is they were in Texas at one point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some point in there.
Like that was it. And Black Ops, even going back to Black Ops 2, like that game, it was a good game. The campaign is good. The multiplayer was good. But the campaign was even still a bit of a stretch because the first Black Ops had taken place like 60 years before. And this dude was still alive somehow. All these people were still alive. Like, no.
See,
we watched Woods die in Black Ops 1. He should not have been alive in Black Ops 2. If I didn't shoot this guy in the face, if I shot him in the stomach instead or the leg, then Woods was alive at the end of the game. That made no sense to me. No sense.
A lot of the biggest issue with Call of Duty is the fact that they keep pushing it further and further into the future. I don't know if you've noticed it, but a lot of the hardcore Call of Duty people, which I was one until Black Ops 3, they lost me at Black Ops 3.
They made this niche with Advanced Warfare, with Future Warfare, that people started eating out of the palm of their hands, and now Activision with Call of Duty, they're like, oh, this is what people want, but they don't realize that gamers have been waiting for them to go back to not necessarily World War One, but World War Two. I've been dying for another, like a modern World War Two game.
I want original Medal of Honor to come back. Not that Warfighter crap, which, say what you want about it. I thought it was okay with the campaign. Multiplayer obviously sucked.
It was okay.
But holy crap, do you guys remember being 10, 11, 12 years old, somewhere in there, and then having to sneak that crap past your parents, and then when they finally caught you, it was, oh no, it's history homework. Because all you wanted to do was shoot Nazis in the face with the MP44 or the M1. And it was great, and it was fantastic, and it was
glorious.
And it was wonderful. And then all of a sudden, I gotta have a laser. I gotta have a concussion shotgun. I gotta have a jetpack. I gotta have a cloaking device. I gotta have a grappling hook. And I know I'm jumping ahead here in our show notes here, but it's like that is why I love Doom so much. And
Doom has stayed the same, minus the graphics. That's the only difference.
The new Doom does one thing, and it does it from the very beginning. It says, here's a dude, kill him. And it does that for the entire game. You don't need a story. Anytime the game tries to give you a story, the Doom Marine either pushes the screen away, gives the guy the finger, walks off in the other direction, because it knows nobody cares about the story. They just want to shoot the mans in the face. We're so tired of being let down.
That's all anybody wants.
And that's why the new Wolfenstein works so well, is because all we got to do is shoot Nazis in the face. Now, I don't know if that's the, dripping red, white, and blue patriotic American that I am, that all I want to do is shoot Nazis in the face, but I just want to shoot some Nazis in the face.
Shoot Nazis in the face with futuristic guns, right?
No, I could care less about futuristic guns and jetpacks. Give me shoot the Nazi mans in the face, let me kill Mecha Hitler or something. Give me something simple. I do not want your jetpacks, your stim packs, and your laser guns anymore. I'm done with it. I don't care. That's why I stopped playing Destiny. It's just, it's retarded.
Yeah.
Now that I have absolutely derailed this train, back to E3 predictions.
That took it. Let's just scrap this whole thing and just go with it.
Right?
Look. What they teach us in the military: adapt and overcome, baby.
All right. So this is my next question. Since we're on the topic of Call of Duty, what Activision doing with the remastered version of Call of Duty 4? Do you guys think that's a smart thing? You think that's like
the smartest thing they could ever do?
Do you think it's a move to say, hey, you guys buy this new Call of Duty, you'll get the remastered Call of Duty 4 for free?
If they put it with the basic $60 version one, yes. But you can only get it if you get the $100 version or more of the new Call of Duty. That's the only way you can get it. Unless they've changed something, and when I looked at it a week ago, that's what it was.
Here's what I'm going to say about this. This has been the smartest thing Activision has probably ever done, besides buying Blizzard. You look at when that Infinite Warfare trailer came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's what? The #1 most disliked trailer on YouTube history?
Yeah, it was.
And Battlefield is the complete parody, where it's like the most liked YouTube trailer in history. I think Activision sees that. They know that, like we were just talking about, we as gamers, we could care less about Lasermen anymore. We want some of the old stuff. Some of us are getting a little bit older than we'd like to admit, and the fact that we're still playing games says something. But like I said, we just want to shoot the mans in the face and have a stupid time. That's all we wanted. That's why the three of us play together, is because we have fun and we have a stupid time shooting the mans in the face. I really think if Activision doesn't put remastered Modern Warfare with Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty dies completely. I mean, you've got to look at it. It's since Black Ops, right? Every year, I mean, it's still the top-selling game of the year every year, but it's been dropping and rapidly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Black Ops 2
See,
didn't
Call of
sell
Duty
as
at
many
this
copies as Black Ops 1. Black Ops 3 sold nowhere near the amount of copies as Black Ops 2. In Advanced Warfare, I'm the only reason I even played that game is because it was $20 on a PlayStation sale one time.
Call of Duty is on life support at this point. They really are.
Yeah.
They're not a living, breathing entity like they were 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Before they started the Black Ops series.
When I was a little kid, dude, it was like that was the game. Like everybody wanted it. Was Call of Duty. Like you couldn't wait for the next Call of Duty. You know,
They
came
Call
out
of
on
Duty
my
at
birthday every
MEPS.
year. They had Call of Duty, like the new Call of Duty came out on my birthday every year. My parents always got it for me as my like one of my birthday presents. It was like the biggest thing I'd asked for. Like, you know, Call of Duty 3. I remember when they remade Call of Duty 3 and released it on the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I was so ecstatic, man, because that was my favorite game back in the day. I just loved playing it. I loved the feel of that World War II. Like, oh man, this is awesome. This is something that's really happened. People have been here. This actually happened. This is cool. Call of Duty 4 comes along. You know, it's a little bit more modern air, you know, kind of coincides with what's going on in the world right now. And I was like, you know what, this is kind of cool too. I can dig it. I'm picking up what they're laying down, you know. And then Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, it was the same game with a different face, and you killed the main character. You don't do that in a video game. I swear to God, when they killed Soap in Modern Warfare 3, I turned it off and never beat it. I never finished playing it. The moment he died, I never finished it. I was like, what is wrong with you people? Black Ops 1 rolls around in between there, you know. I pick it up. I'm playing it. The zombies is good. The campaign's really, really, like, super interesting. You got Woods. You got Mason. Mason's this brainwashed sleeper cell agent. And it was, you got the CIA tied in there. And it just made, like, this story that you wanted to play that story. You wanted to be a part of that story. And with Black Ops 2, it's, you know, it's 60 years in the future or whatever it was. It was like 2025 in that game. And it was like this, a little bit of a stretch to the Black Ops story, but it was still viable. Like, it was still a playable game. It was still fun. I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people that enjoyed it. I played the crap out of it all the time. You get into, you know, Advanced Warfare. Now you've got an entire new game with, comes out of nowhere, a story that didn't really make too much sense to me. You're like half robot all of a sudden. You can like freeze time and stuff. Like, what is going on there? Why can I freeze time? You know, I get it. Like, there's always been this, and you two can attest to it too. Having been in the military, there's always like this: are robots and drones gonna replace, you know, boots on the ground? Is that ever gonna happen? And that was that realm that Advanced Warfare touched into, and I don't think it was a very big hit because you shouldn't be able to jump and double boost. You can't even do that shit in Halo. And the Master Chief's a badass. So I don't know what Activision was thinking with that. Because if the Chief can't do it, nobody should be able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
And
see, the Master Chief stuff is way out of the fucking future too.
Yeah, and now you've got Black Ops 3, which is like out in left field. Like, we're gonna put a Black Ops tag on it because it's gonna kind of make sense, but it's not really gonna make sense.
Let's be real. They put a Black Ops tag on it so they could sell copies. That's what they did.
What are you doing? You're ruining a great game franchise. What happened? I remember Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1 on the PlayStation 2, running down the airfield in Africa, shooting at planes with an M1A, even though I knew I couldn't shoot the plane down with the M1A, that I had to get the flat gun and shoot that bitch down. I still tried it, though, because it was awesome. It was fun to do.
Big Red 1, man.
And you felt like a hoss doing it, too, didn't you?
I did. I really did.
You know what I feel like now when I play Call of Duty? You know what I feel like now when I play Call of Duty? Retarded.
Yeah.
Every time I do, I sit there and I go, because I will. Every once in a while, I get spry hair up my butt, and I'll go, you know what? I'm going to play some Call of Duty today. Wake up on Saturday, you guys ain't online yet. Turn on the old PlayStation, get in there, put on a headset, you know, don't want to wake up the kids and whatnot. Get on there. Oh, I'm shooting a man's in the face. Double jumping. Oh, look at this. Oh, man, I got to open this loot drop. And then all of a sudden the squeakers come on. And it's like, why do I still play this game? with squeakers who, that's all they do. They don't play anything else. Their entire acolyte, and adults too, don't get me wrong, some of you fools are retarded. Adults who are max prestige in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. You need to like set the control. If you get to that point,
but I'm not max level.
If you get to that point in Call of Duty, especially, except for maybe Black Ops, because Black Ops only had 50 levels before you prestiged, and it wasn't that hard. You could prestige in like a couple of hours of gameplay. You could prestige as long as you were an average player. And if you get to the point in any Call of Duty that you have prestige to the max level, you need to sit the controller down and smash your face against your TV and figure out where you derailed your life.
I think the highest I ever maxed was like Prestige 6, and that was Modern Warfare 3. That was it.
I think I made Prestige 3 or 4 on Black Ops, and that was as far as I ever went. I was like, all right,
and
I'm done.
Of course, that was back when I just got out of jail, didn't have a job, and had literally nothing else to do.
All right. Let's get off this Call of Duty topic. We can go on all day with how they ruined our childhood.
So, I mean, back to the predictions. Now that we're like 30 minutes later,
It's cool. All right. So, what else does Xbox show off? Are we going to see some gameplay for this Recore? Because I saw that last year, and I was like, oh.
I would love to see a continuation to Halo. The story has always been my favorite thing for Halo. Not so much the online. I give a fuck less about the online. Story with Halo has always been my favorite. I've read all the books, watched all their movies, TV shows that they've made, played all their games. The story continues. But I want to see the continuation.
Is it too soon for another Halo, though? That's my question.
Yes, because what Halo does, and what Halo's always done, is they go, here is Halo. And everybody goes, oh, Halo, we love you. We're so glad you're back in our lives. And then nothing gets done for a while. And everybody thinks...
Let's see what. They announced Halo 5.
And then after years, I mean, there's 3 to 4 years between you even hearing anything about Halo before it comes back. And then you get excited as all get out.
But you can't complain about that, though, because has there ever been a Halo game, aside from like the small indie ones like Spartan Assault and stuff, like I'm talking like Halo 1 through 4, Halo Reach, and Halo 5, that wasn't a good game? It had a good story. It had a decent multiplayer that made you want to keep playing. It made you want to get with your friends and say, you know what, let's go shit on some kids real quick and have a good old time. Like, let's wreck some scrubs, put them in the dirt, and go on about our day.
ODST, maybe, but that's the only one I can think of.
ODST,
I only say it because I'm just not the biggest ODST fan.
But the story to ODST wasn't that bad. I didn't like the multiplayer for it. I don't even think there was a multiplayer for it for a while.
Firefight.
But they had what was that game mode called that we enjoyed so much? Firefight. There you go. That was ODST's biggest thing right there. Firefight.
Yeah.
What other Halo game?
The whole point of ODST. See, that's when you get into the realm of the books, though. Now, because the whole point of ODST was to fill in like the backspace that Halo 2 had left between, or the space that was left between Halo 2 and Halo 3, should I say. And the books didn't cover that space either. So now they're like, okay, we have a space that's blank, and it's not like nothing happened. So instead of writing a book, let's just make a game to fill that space.
Yeah. And
like I said, I think the story was cool. I thought it was really cool how, like, you're an ODST guy, it's after, the attack on Barbosa. You're not the chief, which was weird. That was totally weird. Believe me, I hate playing Halo and not being the chief.
Hashtag Halo 5.
And it was just this. It was this weird, like, oh, well, here's what's happened. You're gonna relive these memories of what happened up to current time. Then you're gonna keep playing, and the game's gonna end. I thought that was kind of cool. I thought that was a neat way to take Halo.
ODST was the other side of Halo 2. So you're playing through Halo 2 as the Master Chief, and then ODST is other missions and stuff going on in the same place as the Master Chief, but not doing the same thing. It lost some people at first until somebody finally realized, holy crap. And then you have Reach, that is pre-Halo 1, essentially.
Which I thought was really cool. I think the way that they went about handling Halo Reach, granted, there were some weapons that didn't really make sense to me in Halo Reach that weren't in the other Halo games, that I was like, okay, what's the deal with this? Why is this in this game and not in the other Halo games? But I thought the stand of the 6 Spartans trying to protect Reach and get Cortana off the planet to get her to the Chief, to roll straight into Halo Combat Evolved, I thought that was a really cool way that they handled that to make that a good game. The multiplayer was bomb for that game, too. It was awesome.
I know you remember armor locking people.
Oh, that was fun. I loved that.
To this day, I'll still bust out the 360, load up Halo Reach, and go straight to the last stand, or the last wolf, whatever that last mission was called. And just do my last stand as Noble 6, fighting all those elites and grunts, until I die. Because that was awesome. That was even if you didn't like Halo before that, that was the, oh my god, as long as you played that game and played the story, you had that feeling of, oh my god, I have to get Cortana off this planet, right now. And if I die, she's not going to make it. I have to kill everything in my way.
I don't know about you guys, but when I played Reach, and then I think it was a week or two later when they started showing the Easter egg for the Master Chief, I went back in, played it, found all that stuff that they were showing, where if the cutscene where it shows them flying out of the atmosphere, if you pan to the right just right, you see the Master Chief right there. Right there. I went back through, played Halo Reach, and then went back to Halo 1, 2, and I played it in order, just to see if I could build a story to it. I know a lot of people did that. I know I did it because that was fun as hell.
Well, I think what they need to do with Halo, at least, is if they're going to show anything, at least in my personal opinion, it needs to just be Master Chief. You know what I mean?
All right, so let's get back to the base question, though, of is it too soon? Because you got to look at the way that 343 is handling Halo 5. It's every 2 months there's new content, there's new maps, new game modes. They just put Forge in. They're doing the community maps thing and letting people make their own maps, and the community votes on if it was a good map or not and how long that map sticks around. And they put it on the file share server so you can go download that map and play it with you and just your friends if you want to. Is it too soon for them to be announcing another Halo? And we're not saying they are, because we don't know if they are. If they are, they haven't said anything.
See, they are bringing Halo to E3. I guarantee you. But it's Halo Wars 2. You know what I'm saying?
See, what they might do.
They showed off that cinematic trailer last year. Now they're gonna have to bring it back. They're gonna have to show some gameplay. So I think that's really the only way that Microsoft brings Halo E3 to say, hey, this franchise is still viable. We still love Halo. Halo is still going to go on, but it's just going to be in the form of Halo Wars this year. I think next year is when they bring out Halo 6, and at that point they say, here's the story, here's whatever. They're obviously going to do some kind of trailer for it, but I think it is too soon to bring back another, Halo-ass Halo game.
See, what they could do is what they did with Halo 5. They announced it, they did a little cinematic trailer, and it didn't get released for almost 2 years after the fact, which is probably what they might do. I see them doing that, as well as the Halo Wars stuff.
And just out of curiosity, time out real quick while we're on the subject of that Halo trailer. Did anybody play Halo 5 and see Chief in the middle of the desert wearing, some Durkistan gear? Because I must have missed that part of the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
In the game. That was not in the game.
I think that was just hey, let's get your attention with
hey, Halo will be on Xbox One, just so you know.
Because I also recall Chief beating the shit out of Spartan Locke and shooting him in the head in that trailer too. So
well, then
I never
they
got
also
to do
released
that, and I would have loved him to shoot Spartan Locke in the head.
Well, then they also released a trailer,
Yeah.
I think it was like a month later, where it was reversed. It was Locke killing the Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to what Wes was saying, I don't think. I just forgot my words. They got stuck in my throat. I don't think we'll see anything for Halo 6 this year. I really don't. Just because of the simple fact that with Halo 5, that was when 343 was taking the full, like, all right, let's go. Halo is ours now. Like, it is ours. We have to do something to make Halo ours, so people aren't like, oh man, when Bungie had Halo, it was a better game.
Yeah.
And I think that was them showing it 2 years before it came out was their, hey, Bungie may not have it anymore, but we're making this game, and we're making this game for you. And we're going to make sure that you love this game when you play it. I remember, you guys know me that well. I don't usually go to midnight releases and stuff. I'll just wait until the next day when I get off work and go pick it up, or I'll pre-order it off Xbox Live Store. I actually pre-ordered Halo 5. I went to the GameStop. I even was on the phone with Noah when I schooled some kids in a Halo 2 tournament. I won that Halo 2 tournament. I won the free Halo Warzone Rec Pack because that was the reward for winning. I schooled those kids. I won. I walked back out with my head held high, my Halo 5 lanyard, Halo 5 in my hand, my free code for the Rec Pack, and I'm just thinking, I'm a fucking animal. I'm about to go wreck some scrubs on Halo 5 right now. Like,
and then the three of us started playing SWAT.
I was excited for that. Like, God, the way they built the game, just. We can't go into Halo. If we go into Halo, we'll be here for another hour.
Yeah, I know we will. So, do you want to move on?
Yeah, let's get off that landslide for a little bit.
Okay, so
we'll go back to that.
We've covered COD, Battlefield, and Halo, and obviously new consoles. One thing that we haven't talked about is this link that I found while perusing the internet. And I found this on a NeoGAF thread that says the ESA, and it's a link to a couple companies that are listed under the category Xbox One Virtual Reality. So I know Oculus ships with an Xbox One controller. At E3, are we going to see VR, specifically Oculus Rift, on Xbox One, compatible with Xbox One? And to tie that back around, is that the reason that we're getting new consoles?
I would like to say that the VR is going to replace the Kinect. I would love to think that that's going to replace that with these new consoles.
I think it replaces the HDMI port. The HDMI in for your cable box pass-through. Because, I mean, you got to think about it. I know everybody hates on Kinect, and everybody brags on it. And, yeah, it's probably one of the more dumb things in the world. But how many times have the three of us been playing Halo or Division or recently Overwatch or even Destiny for that matter? And every 10 seconds, it never fails, one of the three of us is sitting there going, Xbox, record that. Xbox, record that. Xbox, take a screenshot. Xbox, open Twitch. I mean, you know, we all use the stupid thing. And I know Microsoft has analytics built into all that to see, you know, what they're using it for. I don't think it replaces the Kinect in any way, shape, or form.
No, I don't either. I don't. I think if we see a virtual reality, I think it's not even. I think it's going to be something that goes with the Xbox. I don't think it's going to be something that
either the TV remote short-circuited or the TV's fucked up.
What? Oh, dear God. Alright, whatever.
And I hit the volume button earlier.
So, anyway, while I got time...
You love when your children break shit.
Ty, give me a thumbs up when you're done talking about remote controls. But, no, I think... Like I said, I really think Microsoft and Oculus come out and announce this partnership and say, you know...
An Oculus, an Xbox-specific Oculus.
Yes.
That would be cool. I would go for that.
All right, Ty, are you back with your little retard?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Anyway, so...
so back to what I was saying.
Go ahead.
I think it's going to be similar to what the Xbox Smart Glass originally was. Do you guys remember that from E3? Like, the Xbox Smart Glass was its own separate thing from the Xbox that synced to the Xbox. You could use it without having to be near your Xbox. I don't know whatever happened with that. I don't know if Microsoft just decided to drop that and turn that into other things and use that technology for other stuff. But I think that's what the VR is going to be like. If they do it, it'll be like, I don't think you'll have a controller in your hand, but some way you're going to be connected to your Xbox in some way or another. And maybe the Kinect ties into that. Maybe they, you can put something on your head so you see, like, first person, just like you see now, what's going on around you.
And the Kinect acts as head tracking.
Yeah, your Kinect picks up on you, does whatever it needs to do, and as you make the movements, it makes you make the movements in the game. I think that's how it's going to work.
You're making it sound like, what was that game? Watch Dog. Did you ever play Watch Dog? Yeah. Remember the app that they had on your phone? You'd be sitting there playing on your phone at, like, work. Okay, cool, I'm going to boot it up.
You can load
You're playing with a guy.
Other people's games.
Exactly. You're playing against a guy who's playing on his Xbox somewhere in the world, and you're trying to fuck this guy's world up.
Yeah, like Battlefield Commander.
Exactly, Battlefield Commander. There you go. That's another one.
To where I can log into my iPad and drop UAVs on somebody. Yeah.
There you go. That, if they increase that ability to, like, Oculus standards, I think Xbox could just destroy the gaming industry right there.
Yeah. I mean, even if they did what it was originally supposed to do, and I don't remember, or I don't know if y'all remember this, but originally, what did they show off Smart Glass with? It was Game of Thrones. It was, okay, I've got my iPhone in my hand, right? I'm going to go to Smart Glass, and I'm going to open up HBO Go or whatever it is, and I'm going to watch Game of Thrones, and I'm going to tab over on my phone over here, and oh, look, I have a map of Westeros. I have all this behind-the-scenes stuff. I have deleted scenes. I have episode info. I can tell you, somebody who watches Game of Thrones, that doesn't exist on my phone. It doesn't even exist in the HBO app where I watch it. So, I mean, even if they did something like that, I would be happy. Because I will tell you, the only thing that I ever use Smart Glass for is to, A, respond to messages from people who are so butthurt because they got teabagged and then got me banned from voice communications for 24 hours. Naruto 1032, you know who you are, scrub.
Name drop.
Name drop. I don't care. I ain't scared. I'm a combat interrogator. Anyway.
See, that whole thing is something we will talk about next week. In our next podcast, because there's so much we could talk about in a single podcast about that bullshit.
But I either use it to respond to messages quick on the fly, or at the very least to type something in because I don't have a chat pad and I'm not spending $24.95 to buy one, so I just pop out my phone and go type it on the phone keypad. That's the only thing it's useful for at all. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I bought one of those chat pads. I'll be honest with you. Other than typing, it does not work.
Yeah.
I can hook up my headset to the bottom right there, and the sound sucks coming from it. It will not work. I sound like a damn robot when I'm talking. I take that out. I put in the regular one for my Xbox headset, and it's golden.
Hey, at least you
don't have the audio breaking up. So, yeah.
At least you can talk on Xbox Live for the next 24 hours.
At least you have voice chat. I don't have voice chat till 9:30 tomorrow
Just
morning.
hop on there for the next 24 hours and start talking, you know?
Anyway, all right. I'm going to go ahead and move this train along down the line for time constraint reasons.
Throw some more coal in there.
We have a couple of movies coming out here. First of all, Assassin's Creed.
I am stoked.
What do you guys think? Are you, or is this going to be another in the long line of absolutely horrible movie adaptations of great games, i.e. Doom, i.e. Resident Evil?
Another long line of terrible adaptations for video games. And the thing I always chalk it up to is, and if we can ever get Bob in on this, you know, Bob can attest to it too. I've played Final Fantasy since I was old enough to, I can't use the words I want to use because kids probably shouldn't hear that if kids were listening to this.
Right.
So I was old enough to hold a Game Boy, you know?
Yeah.
There, that's what we'll call it.
Oh, hi, bud.
No, I get you. That movie sucked.
That movie, that Final Fantasy movie that they tried to make, what was it called? Like,
The
Beyond
Spirits
or
Within.
Final Fantasy?
No, Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within.
Oh, yeah, with
it.
all the little ghost
I
things.
have it on DVD.
Oh,
yeah.
What did they do? They ruined it. I was like, what are you doing?
And see, the funny part is that was not an American-made movie. That was
that's Japanese.
Remember, it was Japanese-made.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, they're the ones who made the Final Fantasy series.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
To call it a Final Fantasy movie, and then, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they even said, oh, look, it goes along with the games.
Yeah, which one? Because I didn't play that one.
Yeah, I never played that Final Fantasy.
Right?
So, I mean, the trailer looks cool. I'll give him that.
It does.
The trailer does look cool, but Michael Fassbender, he's not dressed as Altair. He's not dressed as Ezio. So who the fuck is he?
He's a new assassin. They've even said that. He's a new assassin.
But that's not Assassin's Creed, is it? That is not what we as gamers and we as this part of this community know as Assassin's Creed. We know Altair from forever ago. We know Ezio from Italy. You know, we know Connor. We know the brother and sister in Syndicate. Those are the people that we know that make the Assassin's Creed series for us. We know
So I'm gonna tie this back to Doom really quick. Since when did the Doom Marine become the Cyber Demon at the end of Doom? Is that the point you're trying to make?
The Doom movie?
Yeah.
Blue.
What happened? What are you doing?
It was a great movie until the last 20-30 minutes, and then it was like, what are you doing? This is something that I love and cherish and hold dear, and you have absolutely wiped your butt with it.
Yeah.
It's
all
ridiculous.
Credibility went out the window the instant The Rock became the demon at the end. I was like, what?
I was even stoked for the first person scene. I was like, oh my god, oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, I gotta put on my 3D glasses. No. And same thing with the Resident Evil movies. It's just
give me the horn, Noah. I can't access the soundboard on my phone. Give me the horn. That's how I feel about this movie.
Which one? You want the
Just
Get
keep
Wrecked
hitting
horn?
the air horn. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some Get Wrecked horn. This is what we at VDGaming have to think about. How do I say this? Video game adaptations of movies. Where did it go here? I'm trying to find it. Yeah, here it is, right here.
John Cena.
Get wrecked. I mean, it's
Get wrecked.
It's stop. Just stop. You know what I mean? It's just. I mean, look. Here's what I have to say about Doom, Resident Evil, and oh god, what's another horrible video game movie? Oh,
that Doom movie can't even.
Here's what I have to say about that. It is a crap fest of this.
Oh, baby, it's triple.
I mean, just
Yeah, it sucked.
it's a triple craptacular crap fest. Stop it. Here's what I want to see. I want to see what they said 5-6 years ago when they said, you know what? We're making a Halo movie, and it's going to be about Master Chief. And you know who we're putting in charge? Peter Jackson. That's what I want to see. Until you can do that, don't make any more video game movies. Please stop. Because
No, I don't even
bad
know
that I have to,
movie because they'll ruin it.
I feel bad that I have to break the law to watch the new Assassin's Creed movie because I'm not giving them $7. I'll Pirate Bay that thing. NSA, don't listen. I swear to God, I was kidding. But it's just stop. Because you have to watch the thing because you got to be curious. You got to see it because maybe it might be good. But
see, you have the Assassin's Creed movie. I know we've all played the games. How can we not? At least the first two. It'll be interesting to see where they take the story because each time a new Assassin's Creed comes out, you're playing as the same main character, but you're playing in a different period of time.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them doing the exact same thing with the movie, not playing it along with any parts of the games, now being its own completely different thing.
Yeah,
just like the game is been.
Here's my next question on video game movies. So news broke this week also that they're making the Division movie that Jake Gyllenhaal will be not only producing but starring in. Now, I like me some Jake Gyllenhaal. I like Jarhead. I like what was that movie where he's a UFC fighter? Anyway, I forget the name of it. That was a bad movie.
Southpaw?
Southpaw, yeah.
Southpaw, that was good.
It's like
the same thing about story. We have seen the post-apocalyptic thing so many times. I mean, what are they going to do? Remake Escape from New York, but with Jake frickin' Gyllenhaal? And it's going to keep getting made because The Division is one of the most, if not the most, popular games out right now. And it's sold through the absolute roof. And we all spent God knows how many hours playing that thing. And so
I already have 9 days and it's like 9 days and 22 hours.
Please don't look up mine. I might be embarrassed. But I mean,
I'm gonna look up on Smart Glass.
All those people. God, here he goes. All those people are gonna go pay their $7, $8, $9 to go see that movie, and then it just says, "Hey, this is acceptable." It says, "Gamers, we don't care. We just want to see the big thing blow up with the pretty name and the main actor." I don't want to see that anymore. I'm done.
Right. On the subject of Division, I am still waiting for the Division update where all these bodies laying across New York turn into zombies.
Well, let's jump into Division here because we do have it on our show notes. I don't remember if Ty went. I know he went to the Halo midnight release. I went to the midnight release of Division.
No, I downloaded that on my Xbox.
Okay, so here's how Division is with me. Okay, I saw this game. I went, oh my God, can I has Cupcake, please?
Right.
And then I went out, and I had it pre-ordered, the whole big, gold edition or whatever it is with the season pass. And then I wind up somehow being blessed enough to get the money for a PS4. Go and get my PS4. Get on one of my best friends, Air Force guy. He tells me, he's like, Battle, you got to get Division with me. It's going to be great. And I was like, well, I don't really know anybody else that plays it, just you. He's like, oh no, all my friends are getting it. We're gonna have a squad. Okay, cool. So not only did I get it on Xbox One, but I got the gold edition on PS4. It's a digital copy, not a physical copy. The three of us, plus with our other random friends, played so much Division that I highly doubt 2 weeks ago, if you decided to come up against the three of us in this room and then plus one of any of our friends on our friends list, I highly doubt you would have survived. Hands down, period. We put that much time and effort into it. I mean, we're playing Overwatch now because that's the new hotness and everything. Hashtag new hotness with Hawk. But even before Overwatch came out last week, we weren't playing Division. We played it, what, 3 hours since the new update came out? And that was just us trying to get the new incursion done, and we got that done, and we all went, oh, cool. So we're going to go play Overwatch now, right? And we all went back to Overwatch. So what happened with the Division?
I don't think anything happened with it, man. I think it's one of those games that it's not, it's not like Destiny. It's not like Halo, where every time you play, it's different. It's not. Every time you play Division, it's the same thing. You either play in the campaign map and you shoot fucking level 25 NPCs that you just look at and they die as long as you're level 30 and you have a decent gun. Or you go to the Dark Zone and you just fight level 32 to 34 NPCs now.
Well, see, the Dark Zone is, I mean, that's what I thought was going to be the whole thing with Division, right? Was you play the campaign, you get your thing, then you go into the Dark Zone. And now all of a sudden, there's no team deathmatch, there's no capture the flag, it's just you and your buddies trying to go get the new loot. You would, a la Destiny Nightfall or whatever, but instead of holding on to it, the only way you can use that, right, is if you extract it out. So now you have to worry about all the other player characters in this world, and that's the PvP. And I thought, my God, this is going to be insane. I mean, you guys know me. I'm kind of a dick, kind of a troll. That's right up my alley. Oh, you've spent 4.5 hours looking for this one gun. I'm coming in with 2 seconds left of the extraction and mowing you down and taking it for myself. And even that just got so repetitive and boring, and it's like, I thought the incursion was going to save it, because they were like, oh, it's this new raid mechanic. We're going to put Destiny to shame. And it was just 15 hours of, oh my God, I want to kill myself.
I think the issue is that, like, the Division has little to no replay value.
Yeah.
Go in the Dark Zone. Okay, cool, I'm here. Okay, cool, I'm fighting this guy. Another player. Oh, I died.
Yep. And that's
Get
how
back
it is
in
now.
there. Get back in there. Okay, cool, I killed him. Oh, here comes another guy. Oh, I'm dead.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Oh, look, this guy walked in front of my gun while I was firing in the complete opposite direction.
It's ironic that
seconds
happens
ago.
to you a lot, huh, Noah?
Yeah, it is ironic, isn't it? This guy runs straight in front of me for no reason, and now all of a sudden I'm marked on the map to be hunted down for just minding my own business or even helping the guy out.
You get Ty, you get whoever else is with us. It's usually somebody who's just picked up the game, too. First time in the Dark Zone.
Look, hashtag get good. Anyway.
So, anyway, I think like Wes said, Division, when the new content comes out, it's enough to make you want to be like, oh, I want to go play that content real quick. But once you beat it, just like we did with the incursion, it's like, okay, I'm done now. I'm gonna go play something else. And it just so happened that Overwatch came out. Wes, props to you, bro. So I didn't have to go buy that shit because I didn't know if I wanted to buy it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And Overwatch comes out, and it's just like this. It's just a straight PvP. There's no story. There's no other bullshit that you have to worry about doing. It's just pick 21 of your characters, figure out how to play that character, figure out what strategies work best with you and your squad, and you just go wreck kids. Wombo combo with,
Wombo combo
with Reinhardt and Bastion. Like, it works. It's awesome. Widowmaker, she's the only sniper that's really effective aside from Hanzo. But with Hanzo, you gotta be good with a bow, and every character is made to counter every other character in one way or another. You just have to know how to get to that point. So not only is Overwatch a first-person shooter, but it's a strategy game. Because if you don't know how to apply that character and what that character can do, then you're not gonna win.
You also got to think, like, Overwatch, it is brand freaking new. Made by Blizzard, a PC company. Overwatch is Blizzard's first game. Aside, I don't count those games that are on PC, then on the Xbox or PlayStation, whatnot. It is the first game that Blizzard has released that has come across PC, Xbox, PlayStation, at the same time. And there's no issues with it. I mean, granted, yes, there are those bullshit moments, but those are very few and far between.
Oh, we must be still talking about Overwatch.
And it's
like
it's
how
a
I
fun
don't
game.
get to play the game with a 9-kill streak on a Bastion sitting in the corner. I mean, come on. Obviously, I deserve that.
The game is just fun. You know, zipping around the map as Tracer, or climbing up the side of walls as Genji or Hanzo, or just
The
making a
Wombo
giant shield in front
combo.
of yourself. And just a giant shield in front of yourself as Reinhardt, and charging a Hanzo and smashing him against the wall just makes you feel good. It puts the feel good back in your loins and makes you want to get up the next morning and do it all again.
Exactly.
I
Or stay
enjoy
until
it.
4 o'clock in the morning doing the
really
same
fun
thing.
game. Do I think it's worth the $60 that they're charging for it? No, I don't.
No.
I think it should be $40, because originally when they announced it, they priced the game, it was only $40.
Mm-hmm.
Then it jumped up to $60. I think now I understand. You know, I was looking into it a little bit the other day myself. There was a lot of stuff that was added to the game right before it came out. So right before the first beta opened, they added like 8 new characters. Because originally there was only 4, and then they bumped it up to 12, and then right before the beta came out, they bumped it up to 21 and gave you all the characters that we have now.
Yeah.
And I understand that they added some to it since they originally announced the $40 price tag, but I still don't think it should be $60. I'm playing just the PvP game.
If I remember correctly, Overwatch has been in alpha mode for about a year now on PC. If I remember correctly. When we played the beta, I think it was, a month and a half, 2 months back now?
Yeah, something like that.
It was the exact same time that Battleborn was starting to kick into gear.
What's Battleborn?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I played both betas. And like I was telling these guys the other day, I base a lot of my criticism on a game when it comes to the beta. If the beta's good, there's no faults, your game's going to be damn good. But if you have issues constantly with your beta, I have no hopes for your game at all.
Yeah.
That's how I was with Battleborn. Couldn't connect at all to any of the multiplayer stuff, which is what that game is based on. Multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
My wife, playing on her Xbox, on the other side of the room, on the Wi-Fi, is playing the multiplayer. And I'm sitting here hardline to the internet, can't connect to any of the multiplayer. Pull up Overwatch. The moment I press play, I was automatically in the game. Waited maybe 2 seconds. And then I was there. And no issues. Characters were awesome. Man. They were easy to figure out, quick to figure out. So...
And I agree with you. You know,
I think that knowing Blizzard the way that I know Blizzard, because I've been playing Blizzard games all my life. You know what I mean? All my life. I mean, Diablo 3 is how old now? 4 or 5 years?
I think it's one of their older. No?
It's like 4 or 5 years old now, isn't it?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, Diablo 3's been around for a while.
Okay. Was it last month that they updated that game? Added new torment stuff, added new items, and all that stuff? I mean...
No, it was a couple months ago.
Oh, okay, well, still, what I'm saying is, years after, Blizzard is still pushing out updates for a game that's 5 years old. So, I mean, would I have liked to have spent $40 on it rather than 60? Yes, because I don't think that currently in its state that it is now that it deserves a $60 price tag. But, like I said, knowing Blizzard the way I do believe that we're going to get more content, more modes, more maps, more characters even. Because I believe even next month they're supposed to start that competitive
gameplay.
Yeah. So, I mean,
and I think there's more to it. I think, and I was telling Wes about this theory the other day. whatever. It's just a theory. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm not, whatever. I don't care. I feel like the clue to whether they're going to do something more with Overwatch is in the name itself. No matter what copy of the game that you buy, the game is called Overwatch Origins Edition.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that just makes me feel like Blizzard said, hey, you know what? We want this to be our first console game. We want to make it work, and we want to make it work right. And we know that PvP is one of the biggest things in gaming. That's what makes people want to play games. So let's make sure we get this PvP thing pounded in. We hit it on the head just right. And then we'll make another Overwatch with a story to it.
Well, see,
me and Wes were watching that video the other day that's on Xbox Live. They've leaked parts of stories, like Genji and Hanzo being brothers, like Widow and Reaper being bad guys. Like they're meant to be bad characters in that Overwatch realm. So I think Blizzard will eventually make a more in-depth version of Overwatch. Maybe it's just another version. Maybe it's an update that comes out. Maybe it's a new game. I don't know. But they're going to add something to it to give a story to it eventually.
Hopefully Blizzard doesn't make the same mistake that Bungie did with Destiny. You had Destiny come out. Okay, cool. You had those couple little updates. You got to go to the Reef. You got to go check out more of that side of the story. And then Taken King comes out. They fixed so many issues that everybody complained about from the Year 1 edition, I guess you could call it. From Year 1 with Year 2. If I remember correctly, like just the patch notes themselves, all the patches that they did before the Taken King downloaded itself was almost like 3 gigs worth of patches.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, because with how that made it feel is, okay, cool, you paid the $60 or whatever for Destiny, and you paid the $60 or whatever for Taken King. Honestly, Destiny Year 1 felt like a beta, a year-long beta. Yeah. All we did was bitch, gripe, complain. All right, you have this issue, this issue, this issue.
This is broken, this is broken, this is bugged, this needs to be patched, why doesn't this work?
Every time they fixed one thing, it broke 7-1.
Yeah.
Every single time. As long as Blizzard doesn't make that mistake when they really, like Bungie did with Taken King and the Year 1 of Destiny, as long as they don't do that, Blizzard will do amazing with Overwatch. I see that going for them.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Yes.
You're right. No, but I mean, we all know Blizzard. Even though Activision owns both Bungie and Blizzard technically,
all in all, yeah.
Activision is not pushing Blizzard around. You know what I mean?
Think about it. They have a movie that comes out next Friday.
Oh God,
they've been working on for years.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to tell you about that next week because yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going to.
We're not doing that
today. Right, I'm going first thing in the morning. I will be there. If I could sneak a camera in, I will record it. But it's one of those. Blizzard is still going to be its same old. This is what
Blizzard
we're
is going to be Blizzard.
Shut up.
Exactly. It's like the guys that run. Is it Rockstar North now or Rockstar San Diego that does GTA?
I think it's just Rockstar. I think it's just all Rockstar. I don't think they have their
Okay.
I don't think they have it set.
Do you think Take-Two Interactive, in the right minds, ever walks into a Rockstar meeting and goes, "No, you're not doing that"?
They've tried.
No.
Guarantee they've tried.
Has it ever worked?
Probably not.
Oh, that's one thing I forgot to leave off the show notes. My last final E3 prediction, now that I'm derailing this train again, is Red Dead 2. I'm calling it. And if it's not Red Dead 2,
I can see that.
It's a Red Dead remaster. And either one, I'm fine. I got a big 72. I care less. I just want to see Red Dead pretty in HD.
My prediction, greatest game ever, Gears of War 4.
But we already know that's coming in October.
We already know that's coming. We know absolutely jack about it other than the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. It was awesome. The beta was great.
Either that, or maybe thanks to these guys.
Illuminati confirmed.
Half-Life 3?
That'd be pushing it a lot.
New Mass Effect, though? Maybe? Yeah.
You know, the new Mass Effect, I would go for that. That'd be a good one.
Look, we're recording a podcast, and Wes over here.
I know. I'm trying to think
Facebook
of like
posts.
new stuff. You guys keep shitting it out of your mouth like none other.
Wes, that's exactly how my brain feels, but I have to remove this tag. Anyway, but well, do we want to go ahead and roll it up here?
Well,
Yes, I think we derailed enough. And,
I think we derailed enough.
I think the last thing we've got here is like what's going on with Xbox with games with gold for Xbox.
All right. Well, here's the list.
This month.
Here's a list of you video gamers that get free games on a monthly basis. On Xbox One, you are getting Goat Simulator and
Which is
The
awesome.
Crew. Goat Simulator is fantastic. My 6-year-old will be streaming that later, I'm sure. Oh wait, no, she won't, because I'm banned from Xbox Live Communications. Thanks, Naruto1032. You're a prick.
Can you hear me clapping for you?
On 360, which is also backwards compatible with Xbox, or available on Xbox One, is backwards compatible. You're gonna have Super Meat Boy right now, I believe, and then later to follow XCOM Enemy Unknown. And then if you have a PlayStation and you're listening to this, by now you're probably not, because we barely even talked about it. But your PS Plus games for this month on PlayStation 4 are going to be NBA 2K16 and Gone Home, so that you can actually recreate Steph Curry bombing threes from half court all over LeBron James, because he sucks. Anyway, I think that's going to that's just about going to wrap it up for us.
So.
You guys got anything, last parting words you want to say?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Ty's good.
That's really it.
What about you, Rolly Chair?
Hey, shut the fuck up that rolly chair shit.
All right, guys. It's been real. It's been fun. At times it hasn't been real fun, but this is officially the end of episode 1 of the VDGaming. That would be Veteran Degenerate, Not Cephalus podcast, episode 1. Hawk out. Thanks for listening.